OnePlus Open has taken the world of foldables by the throat, and coincidentally, it's the first phone from OnePlus that I've ever had the pleasure of owning. And in today's episode, we're going to stack it up against my iPhone 15 Pro Max and the Pixel Fold to see how it compares with other flagships at this premium price point. Although the OnePlus Open is still bulkier compared to a traditional slate, OnePlus has executed an impressive design here. Unlike the Pixel Fold when closed, the OnePlus Open strikes the perfect balance when it comes to size and weight. When unfolded, this thing provides the largest screen that I've ever seen on a foldable phone, but it's overshadowed by its magnificent design, slim profile, and weight that comes in at just over 8 ounces. It manages to be thinner and lighter than its main competitors without compromising sturdiness. The standout feature is its hinge design, utilizing the Flexion hinge, delivering a satisfying snap gesture upon closure while minimizing the display crease. This design surpasses both the Pixel Fold and Z Fold 5 in terms of crease visibility. The premium leatherette black finish on this is absolutely amazing. It also comes in an olive green colorway, but apparently, for some consumers, there's a major drawback here: this massive camera bump. While it adds some authority to the phone's photographic capabilities, the sharp edges of the camera's bezels can make holding it uncomfortable for some users. For me, I feel like this is just the exact opposite. It actually provides a nice resting point for my finger when I am on the go. When it comes to its display dominating in the realm of specs, the OnePlus Open surpasses its rivals in both size and resolution, boasting a primary 7.82-inch Flexi Fluid AMOLED with a 2K resolution of 2440 by 2268 and an external 6.31-inch Super Fluid AMOLED with a resolution of 2484 by 1116. These dimensions outshine the displays on both my Pixel Fold and also the Z Fold 5. For me, the main inner display of the Open achieves a peak brightness of almost 1200 nits, offering visibility even in sunny conditions. Even more so, surpassing the Pixel Fold's 1000 nit brightness. My sole reservation regarding the OnePlus Open's display relates to the ceramic guard protecting the outer display. Despite OnePlus claiming it's 20% more robust than Corning Gorilla Glass Victus, I've already noticed several superficial scratches from regular pocket use. Getting into cameras, even though this camera bump may be conspicuous, the triple camera setup by Hasselblad imparts a camera-centric focus to this phone. The rear camera array comprises a primary 48 megapixel camera, a 48 megapixel ultra wide, and an impressive 64 megapixel telephoto camera with 3x optical zoom. This telephoto lens supports a 6x lossless in-sensor zoom and offers a maximum 120x ultra res zoom for extreme close-ups, perfect for pretty much anything up close: flowers, insects, anything you could think of. Its 48 megapixel main camera excels in well-lit scenes, producing quality comparable to the Pixel Fold and iPhone 15 Pro Max. Shots like these display excellent range in details, contrast, and dynamic range, with a preference for the OnePlus Open over the Pixel Fold due to the latter's tendency to oversharpen images and primarily use software to generate better images. The 48 megapixel ultra-wide does maintain its excellence outdoors, albeit with slightly saturated colors compared to the Pixel Fold. The 64 megapixel telephoto camera, despite having a 3x optical zoom, competes very well against the Pixel Fold with its 5x optical zoom, with only a marginal difference when it comes to sharpness. Its macro mode is seamlessly engaged when needed, utilizing ultra-wide cameras for those detailed shots. When it comes to selfies from that outer 20 megapixel front camera, they're absolutely amazing, offering better fine details than the Pixel Fold's front camera, although at times I do feel like, depending on lighting situations, the software does make the Pixel Fold look just as good. Also, when it comes to the Hasselblad portrait mode, the OnePlus Open elevates the phone's photography capabilities, delivering almost a DSLR level depth tracking. In comparison to the Pixel Fold, the OnePlus Open maintains true-to-life exposure and preserves fine details in the shadows. Acknowledging all these strengths of the OnePlus Open when it comes to its camera system, I will say that this does by far have the best camera system you can pick up in a foldable phone, but it does fall short against other flagships, especially when it comes to lower light scenarios. For example, in these extreme low light situations, such as these shots, the OnePlus Open is underexposed and muddier and results in pale photos against the iPhone 15 Pro Max's much more detailed output. While the OnePlus Open does handle high contrast scenes decently in low light, it occasionally exhibits an orangish hue, a nuance that could potentially be addressed with a future updates. Despite its low light challenges, the OnePlus Open excels in certain scenarios, showcasing its prowess in capturing faint stars in the night sky. For video recording capabilities on the OnePlus Open, they max out at 4K 60 FPS. With higher frame rates that are designated for slow motion videos such as 1080p and 240 and 480. As mentioned earlier, the phone offers a commendable array of video features. comparable to the options found on the Pixel Fold. However, the narrative remains consistent in low light conditions for the OnePlus Open versus the Pixel Fold. Against the iPhone, both produce a lot more noise in my opinion and produce much grainier footage when lighting isn't on your side. When comparing video performance against the OnePlus Open and the Pixel Fold, there's a near tie. However, when comparing them to the iPhone 15 Pro Max, they don't come close in my opinion, and the iPhone still reigns supreme in this video category. For software, the aesthetics of Oxygen OS, which is the software skin for OnePlus phones running atop Android, are of little concern for me. While functional and adopting the styling of vanilla Android, it avoids unnecessary embellishments that I do find in other custom Android experiences. What truly captures my attention in the OnePlus Open featuring Oxygen OS is its adept handling of multitasking. This aspect poses a significant challenge for foldable phone manufacturers aiming to seamlessly integrate those notebook-style foldable devices, essentially which are mini tablets. But I do have to say, out of all of the foldable phones that I've ever used in my life, especially coming from the Pixel Fold, that multitasking on the OnePlus Open is by far the best that I have ever seen, and it's not even close. The standout feature is Open Canvas, OnePlus's multitasking offering, and after running numerous apps, I find it to be the most impressive multitasking implementation in a foldable phone to date. The distinguishing factor lies in its ability to simultaneously run 3 apps, whether or not they are optimized for the larger main screen. Undoubtedly, this stands out as the best multitasking experience I've ever encountered in a foldable phone. Additionally, the ability to save up to 9 multi-app presets for extensive multitasking enhances the overall experience. For instance, I can set presets to run groups of apps, ensuring accessibility even when switching to the other tasks. This implementation significantly enhances productivity, especially with added multitasking capabilities such as drag and drop functionality between apps. When it comes to performance, the OnePlus Open follows in a traditional flagship orientation. You have a Snapdragon Gen 2 chip in this phone, which is similar to what you see in the Galaxy Z Fold 5. Surprisingly, the OnePlus Open displays slightly weaker results in Geekbench, achieving scores of 1087 and 4203 in its single and multi-core tests. However, the Open shines in graphics processing performance during the 3D Mark test. It outperforms its main rivals with an impressive score of 14157 and the smoothest frame rate at 84.8 FPS. In comparison, the Pixel Fold and Galaxy Z Fold 5 lag behind with respective frame rates of 40.4 and 81.3 FPS in similar tests. So in a powerhouse phone like this, battery may be a cause of concern for some of you out there, but nonetheless, despite its slim profile, it still houses a 4800 mAh battery, proving more than sufficient to last through a full day of regular usage. As bedtime approaches, the OnePlus Open batteries indicator for me hovers around 10%, a commendable feat compared to my Pixel Fold, which typically does require top-ups throughout the day, and at this point, I can never get through a full day with my Pixel Fold. That's not the case with the OnePlus Open. I can get a full day of usage for work and pretty much everything else without any issues. In my opinion, the OnePlus Open boasts the best battery life among foldables, averaging an impressive 11 hours and 45 minutes with the display refresh rate set to 60 Hz. While it falls short of the standard flagships like my iPhone 15 Pro Max and Galaxy S23 Ultra, it does outperform my Pixel Fold's time of just over 9.5 hours once it's fully juiced up. On the flip side, the OnePlus Open has an insane recharge time when it comes to battery life, and it comes with a 67-watt charger in the actual box itself, which is nice to see in today's market. I'm not going to take any shots here at anybody, but to be quite honest with you, going from 0 to 50% in 15 minutes is more than enough for most consumers out there. And then it goes from 0 to 85% in just over 30 minutes, which is actually insane. However, there is one notable absence with the OnePlus Open. It doesn't have wireless charging, which may piss off some consumers out there, especially in a phone that costs $1,700. You'd expect a feature like that. The omission of wireless charging support might be the primary concern for potential OnePlus Open buyers. While wired charging is exceptionally fast, some users may be willing to sacrifice a bit of thickness for the convenience of wireless charging, a feature noticeably absent in this otherwise very impressive phone. To be honest with you guys, I feel like at this price point, you should have that. While the premium design is undeniable, it's crucial to highlight OnePlus's excellence in perfecting the multitasking experience, notably through the innovative Open Canvas. While fundamentally akin to the implementations by Google and Samsung and their foldables, the OnePlus Open takes an extra step, dynamically adapting the screen to accommodate 3 apps simultaneously, a truly impressive feature. At the same time, the OnePlus Open is not flawless. You do have cameras exhibiting weakness and lower light performance. However, the combination of its competitive pricing among foldables, extended battery life, swift recharge capabilities, and premium design compensates for these shortcomings. Additionally, OnePlus sweetens the deal with a special $200 trade-in credit throughout the phone's lifespan, effectively maintaining the cost at $1,500. There's been no other notebook-style foldable phone that has left a more lasting impression on me than the OnePlus. And I will be using it now alongside my iPhone 15 Pro Max as my daily folding phone, replacing my Google Pixel Fold. But you know what? I'm curious to know what you guys think. Let me know down below, where you'll also find the links to everything that we covered in today's episode. If you want to see more, make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DetroitFury. And if you enjoyed this content, please make sure you smash that like button for me, subscribe, turn on your post notifications. It really means a lot to me. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in my next episode. Peace.